Good, happy Thursday, everyone. Good morning. We are attempt number two. So we'll wait 1 minute while we get connected with Alison and with Alexandra, our coach, to continue talking about self-awareness today and leadership. Here we are. So just to recap what we were talking while I wait for them to connect, we were talking about self-awareness, how that influences you as a leader, and so we have Alison joining us, and we have Alexandra. Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hi,
We are
ladies.
back, right?
We are back, yes. Can you hear me well?
Yeah.
Yes.
How about you?
Well, I was just trying to recap saying that today we're going to be talking about self-awareness. And we got our video interrupted while we were. All right, Alexandra. So let's continue with that conversation about self-awareness.
Yeah. So we were talking also about the importance of recognizing the way you feel and act, but also how you communicate and use that information to connect with others and understanding also where they are coming from and their mindset, their way or the situations that they are living and how they are reacting. And that's one of the the best things that we do with insight discovery and coaching is not only helping our clients to be more self-aware, but also being aware of their environment, their emotional environment, not only their, let's say, the tangible and physical things, but also being able to connect with emotions with others. So that is something that helps leaders to develop a more effective approach. What do you think, Alison?
Yeah, I agree. It's not only about us, but about what others do, because sometimes we how we feel or what we need in others, and that maybe can give us information about us too. So I agree with you.
Great.
Yeah. So I think now more than ever, this Insights Discover tool, which is what we use as a company, because it has shown a lot of success, it does help a lot of our customers, our leaders, understanding who they are. So this is a self-awareness tool and at its best, if I may say.
Yeah.
What does this tool help them when it comes to self-awareness, coach?
Yeah, it is a very interesting and easy to relate and to understand psychometric tool based on the psychology of Carl Jung. So it's scientifically proved, and that makes a huge difference in terms of the credibility and the accuracy of the tool and the measurement. So through that tool, we can get access to blind spots. So understanding things that we don't even realize we may be coming across, like strengths, weaknesses, as we were talking before, how to bring more value to the team, even how to persuade more effectively, how you can even sell more effectively. And when we talk sales, it's not only about selling products, but it's selling yourself. So by understanding who you are, the way you think, the way you act, then you can use that information to enhance your leadership effectiveness, your personal effectiveness, your sales effectiveness. And in general, you can lead a happier life, which is something that all of us want. Yeah.
I agree. Well, generally, the tool it's so great. I think as how it impacts as a professional or how it impacts our lives. It helps you see who you are when you're in a conscious state, and who you are when you're unconscious and your unconscious behaviors. And it is interesting to know that most of our behaviors or reactions come naturally and unconsciously. So you are acting a certain way, your personality is a certain way, but the way you portray yourself versus how others perceive you is very different. And this tool can help you find out.
Yes, that is an excellent point. That the tool helps us identify like our preferred default way of acting and thinking and making decisions, and also the way we intentionally show up. And sometimes that matches and sometimes that doesn't. And many times we can be exhausted and think, oh, I'm working too much. And in reality, it's because your preference is one, and the way you're showing up in a work environment is completely different. So you need to learn how to balance those energies and be more successful. And a very important topic or point about this tool is that it refers to preferences, not capabilities, because all of us have access to all energies. We are all capable of doing everything we want to accomplish. It's just a matter of understanding how we can thrive and understanding where the, let's say the leg that we're limping with, so we can better understand tools to help us walk in a natural way.
Well, it is true that as a person, you can start your journey of self-awareness on your own, or you can use tools as Discovery Insights tool to shorten that length, that period of time. And it comes as a printed version of a descriptive model that you can use. I have mine from 3 years ago, and I use it in every single time that I need that to read that, to sort of have that like support. Okay, let me go back to basics. What is it that I'm not understanding about it? So it is really a very interesting tool for us. But that said, what are the consequences of not being self-aware?
Well, when we don't create this space between what we feel and think and the way we act, then, as we were discussing earlier, we can operate from a default state or automatic pilot. And that can lead to, let's say, difficult relationships, because sometimes we just say whatever we're thinking without really understanding how we're coming across, or without you really realizing that, oh, I'm very angry. Well, if you're angry, how are you going to deal with it? How do you cope with anger? What are the triggers? Would this be the best moment to really address a crucial conversation if you know that you're angry, upset, frustrated? Or would it be a better place? You will be in a better place and a better mindset once you understand you're calmer, you can breathe, you can bring yourself to the better emotional state, and then have the conversation. So imagine how many relationships you can save by just understanding how you're feeling. And it's so simple, just connecting with yourself. That is going to be kind of the magic one that will allow you to come across in a much better way.
Absolutely. What do you think, Alison, when you're not self-aware?
I was thinking of my own profile, and thinking of how I am in a conscious way and how I am when I am not conscious, and how I thought everything was different before that, I wasn't being honest to myself before I read that. I was thinking, no, I love to work and all that, but I like to work, but I also need to rest, and I like to rest. So come on, let's have, what you say, Alex, a balance between those two things, and not pursue something that I am not, That's what I was thinking about what you were saying.
Yeah, I love it. It's like leading with authenticity and being vulnerable about the way you feel. That's something, it's a behavior that will open many doors for you, because authenticity and vulnerability just brings you and showing up the way you really are. And that works wonders with your team and your relationship as well.
Yeah.
I agree, Alexandra. I think a key part also of self-awareness and a tool like the Discovery Insights tool is that it would allow you and help you identify those that you communicate with. And that as a tool on its own, it is just priceless.
Absolutely. And that combined with the coaching session. So meeting with a coach in a space that is dedicated to you, where you are going to read the information, ask questions, and understand what do you do with that. Because you do it for yourself, and then a lot of information. How am I going to take it? Well, the coach will help you develop goals and will hold you accountable so you can implement those goals. After each of our coaching sessions, we end the session with an action plan. So it's actionable. It's not only philosophical, etc. It's about understanding all the elements of your behavior, weaknesses and strengths and communication and challenges, etc. But then this is what I'm going to do with this information. So next steps, action. That's priceless as well.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah. So Alex, I want to also assist the viewers that don't know about Discover Your Insights. So I would like to also, we're going to talk about the colors now, and I would like you help us understand a little bit of what the characteristic of each color. You know, just like a brief description of each. So this Insight Discovery works on a color-based model, and basically says that we are a mix of all personalities and behavior. So the colors that are represented in this tool are 4 main colors: the blue, the red, the yellow, and the green, right? So let's start with one color, and you tell us a little bit about which one, what represent each of them, and then I'm going to tell my colors. You're going to say which color it's your preference, because we're a mix of all colors.
Yes.
So
absolutely, we have access to all of them.
So the color blue.
Well, yeah, cool blue is the preference for objective information, data, trends, accuracy. It's very important for people that live with cool blue to be right. Okay, so taking the time to really process information, it is important. So as a leader, if I know that somebody in my team leads with cool blue, then I'm not going to put them on the spot in a meeting and ask them, give me your advice. No, I need to give him a pre-read and say, hey, I would like for you to be prepared to discuss this topic, and this is the information you would need to give a recommendation. So that would be a description, a brief description.
Awesome.
Next color.
Yeah, no, we'll talk about the mix of colors, but I was just going to say something about yellow, but we haven't gotten there yet.
Okay.
So the second color we're going to talk about is the fiery red.
Fiery red, as the name indicates, fiery. Getting things done, being precise, deliberately, just getting things done right now. Imagine your checklist, knowing the end in mind, I'm going there and nothing will stop me. So this is the color an energy that we really need to activate when we are leading projects, when we are getting things done, even buying a house. If you are great with the research and great with the enthusiasm and all of that, but you don't execute, guess what? You won't get the mortgage, you won't be able to move. So at work, the same thing. So if you don't have a team that has that energy, or you yourself lack that, then you will have many elements, but the implementation, the execution of the plans will never happen, because the red will get you there easier.
You're going to need to start leading with another color energy to make things happen. So now the sunshine yellow is the next color.
Sunshine yellow. So wanting to be in the midst of people, engaging, thinking about ideas and possibilities. So it's more about what else is possible than just what is concrete right now. So by being aware of that, if you have a team member that leads with sunshine yellow, then create an environment where they can brainstorm, where they can speak, because so many times the sunshine yellow thinks as they speak. So listen to them. So many people will say, oh, this person is always talking. It's not with bad intention. So many times the sunshine yellow thinks as they speak. So understanding that helps the team to work better.
So if you're in a meeting and you, as you said at the beginning, the cool blue, if you cannot put them on the spot in a meeting in front of others. But if you do that to somebody that's sunshine yellow, no problem at all. They'll thrive.
Exactly. And it's thinking on your feet, etc. But for other person will be, oh, I'm not equipped to make.
And I need to be ready. Yes. Okay. And the last color, it's the earth green.
Yeah. Earth green is very focused on creating harmonious relationships, building consensus, and it's about creating a very happy environment that everyone feels a part of and a part of the decision making. So sometimes leaders that lead with green will take probably longer in making a decision because they would like to create the consensus. and ask people, what do you think and how that is going to impact you, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And that is also an important element when we are thinking about the yellow will make decisions like that. Well, the green will say, oh, wait a moment, I would like to know what the rest of you think, and then making a decision with that input. So all of
about others.
About others. That is fundamental for the Earth Green.
All right, awesome. So, well, have you ever had a case where someone believes it's certain color, and when they do the test, they're surprised to know that they're not that color, but another color?
Yes.
Sorry, not that they are, that they lead with a particular color.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I love it. No, it's perfect. Yeah, because sometimes people, to Alice's point earlier, that when we are not honest with ourselves or are not aware enough, then we want to behave or act the way we think we should. And in that manner, we could even take the test and answer without really acknowledging our preferences, but more like, oh, this must be better. Mm-hmm. So that's why we emphasize so much, take the test and answer to your best intuition. And that leads us to a more accurate description. And what happens in those cases is through the coaching again, because the tool in itself wouldn't be as valuable as having the connection with the coach and the coaching session, then is helping the person understand how can they get where they want to go with their own mix of colors, with their leadership DNA, I want to call it, with the combination of all their colors, not the ones that they would like to have.
Very, very interesting. Alison, so with what color of energy do you lead?
I lead with yellow and green. Those are my preferred colors when I'm conscious. But when I'm not, it's green. So, yes, this was like, I don't understand myself. But yes, I am a mix of thinking and talking and thinking, as you said, and also of asking other people's opinion and seeing if they are okay with that or not, and having them explaining why. Mm-hmm. So in the end, I agree. And well, the color that I use the less is blue. Mm-hmm. Completely true, because I don't like to plan too much, but well, I am trying to do it after I took the test, of course. And well, red is a thing, because I think, but I don't end up doing what I have to do. So those are two things that I am working on right now.
Working on. And that's part of, everyone's journey, to develop those areas where you're not, that they don't come so natural to you. In my case, and what I found really interesting and like self-discovering in this process is that I can identify very quickly the tendency of what color other people's are leading. And I see that in my customers. When I have a customer that tells me right away, I want a phone call, I want a video conference with you to understand more about your product, I know what energy they're leading with.
Yes.
When I have a customer that tells me, hey, I need some more information, I need some more pictures, I need some more description before we have a call about talking, then I know what they want. I know they're more towards the bluish. So I need to be able, as a leader, as a professional, to be able to communicate, not only with myself and understand myself, to be able to communicate with others the way they like to be taught, or the way they behave, how they like to be communicated. And I think that is really clever. That's been really key for me finding out this tool.
How you can adapt to them, Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
Yeah. And imagine having a team. Imagine leading a team of not 10, 20, but any size. And imagine being able to communicate with them, and then being able to communicate with each other, knowing and being aware of other people's colors and personalities.
Yeah. Well, guess what? Sunshine yellow.
You too, yeah.
So yeah, it's my preference. And yellow and blue are opposite, right? So the blue is very oriented to the details. The yellow is more spontaneous. but you need the details in order for you to succeed. So what works for me is to understand the importance of the detail. If I am thinking big picture, then how is this detail going to help me get to the bigger picture? When I make sense of the details, that works. But when I feel it's boring, routine, it's very difficult. So part of being self-aware.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I am yellow. I'm yellow energy, yellow and green. But when I used to have my corporate job at a hotel, I used to be hotel in the past, I thought I was red, because the position that I was under most of the time had to be about making decisions, being assertive, having all those red discussions. And it's not that I wasn't enjoying my job, but it was a lot of extra effort that had to take place for me to be in that color most of the time. And that's what I thought I was after doing the test. And I was like, now I get, I understand now a lot more. So it is true that you have to, bring your personality, we may call it that way, to be a certain way in certain moments. If you need to make if you're in a certain position, you'll be making decisions all the time, and then that's what you got to do, right? Exactly. But it doesn't mean that it's going to come to you naturally. You have to work on it.
And that is a great example that you just provided. It's not necessarily your preference, but you're capable of doing it because you have access to that energy as well. Like a project manager that is not leading with red, how can they get things done? Could be let's say an uphill battle. So food for thought.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a question for Alex. Alex, how much effort do we need to put to be that color that we need at work? Or to have it?
Let's say in our case, like we lead with yellow, and then how much effort to put in developing the blue?
Yes.
Is what I'm hearing you say? Okay. I mean, it is part of being self-aware. So creating that space where you can analyze things and being prepared for your decisions, for your meetings, etc., that will give you kind of the foundation that you need to be well-informed and make good decisions without losing your ability to be spontaneous and thinking about ideas and bigger picture. So building on your strength, you can develop the strategies for any other color that is, in a way, could be limiting. It's just up to you to give yourself time to work with that thing that is your least preferred energy. Identify what is your least preferred, and when you need to activate that energy, give yourself time and a mindset to just get the best out of that opposite color.
Awesome.
Okay, well, patience.
Yes. And I think this journey of self-awareness also makes your talents come to flourishment, because it's about you and who you are and what you bring to the table and what's your stamp, what you bring to others that's unique to you. So this is I think what's all about, and how we as people and as a company can contribute to others with that excellent tool that is assisting others to be self-aware. Thank you so much, Alex, and thank you so much, Alison.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vanessa.
If you can please, Alex, so tell us here where or how can we have access to these tools? If someone is interested on accessing, on perhaps having an Insights Discovery profile done with a coaching session.
Yeah, just look at the link in the bio, and then just get to our website so you can get more information there, and sign up for the test, the survey, and also to learn more about yourself and how you can leverage your strengths in becoming more effective and being more self-aware for a happier life.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Alison, anything you would like to say before we go?
Yeah, you can also come visit us as LCG SAS in Spanish in Latin America. So you're more than welcome to come.
So
Bravo.
for English and Spanish, we cater all over. Actually, online. Yeah, we have no limits now that we are online.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank
We
you.
are Marlene
Thank
Gonzalez
you.
Coaching. Thanks for your support and for being here, for watching us, and just be a little bit more self-aware. See you next Thursday at 10 a.m. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.